So we can begin our work session. Everyone's ready?
All right.
Unmute your microphones. All right, first project for the work session is 231 South Gore. This is a public hearing, garage. Any comments from the board?
I think both options look fine.
I preferred option one. And I wasn't sure what the squares on the gable end are representing. I don't know if those are vents. Roof vents.
I'm not sure. I like option one better, but either is fine.
Yeah,
No, I also preferred option one. I didn't like option two. It looked odd.
well, yeah.
Yeah, it did. And then I guess the roof slopes are gonna match the existing house. I'm not sure. I can't tell if that's the intent or not. And the new garage door is gonna match the existing garage doors. That's a question.
Mhm.
Either option's fine with me. I think I have an idea what those squares are, but I don't, let them decide. Some sort of like column area or something, like a dove holes.
Oh, like a wood detail?
Oh, like what do they call it, where like a dove coat where the doves hang out. Like that, is that the right word?
Is it a vent?
No.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on. Had no comments. I thought they were both fine options. Next one, we got 405 Yorkshire Place addition. Comments on this one?
I was a little bummed to see the arch windows. Look like they're going away. In the family room. I think they could be preserved. I'd be curious to hear why they're taking those out. And then a suggestion to add windows to the library, the rear of the home, so the long wall of siding there.
Yeah, I agree about adding maybe small windows to that rear elevation into the library. Also too, on the right side, there's that new sort of shed roof addition. And it looks like it's been deliberately kept away from the second floor windows, which is great, but I wondered how that area is going to drain there.
Well, the question I had with that was the slopes. And if we're trying to match the other parts of the house, or if we just kind of what's going on, it just looks a little bit. I agree with you. I think it's a problem with the water situation. And then on the rear elevation, those, I think there's like 3 windows or something. The Muttons and Mullions replicate grids, but there's not really grids in these windows that I can tell. So it seemed a little bit not consistent with the rest of the building.
I am seeing grids faintly on the photos. But yeah, the rear elevation grids don't match the 6/6. Or I guess the ground floor is different.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Right, anything else? Not, we can move on to 9 Webster Acres.
I'm assuming the rear yard setback was gone through P and Z. The assumption.
That would probably be a building setback and not an accessory structure setback.
That's okay. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, the 5 foot ACC setback at the back.
Oh, I see it. Okay, thanks.
And presumably the siding is going to match the house. Doesn't really call that out, but it looks like that's the intent.
That's the intent. I don't know what the lap is, the size of the lap or whatever, so.
Not on. Not on.
Right, so any other comments on 9 Webster Acres?
And it'd be nice to have a window on the side, but
On the west side,
yeah,
yeah, thought the same thing. but,
Yeah.
You know.
Discuss that. All right, we can move on to 48 Sylvester Avenue. This was one that we have a revised set of drawings for, looks like,
oh, there's a site plan now.
it's basically reduced in width from 30 feet to 26.
I think it's fine as submitted.
I don't have any comments.
I didn't have any comments.
All right, 48 Sylvester Avenue, then we can move to a pre-approval as submitted with the revised drawings. Next, we have 47 Wilshire Terrace.
No comments.
Okay.
No comments, Bob.
No comment.
I was good with this as well, so we will move 47 Wilshire Terrace to pre-approval. All right, that's our list for the work session. We are going to take a 20-minute pause or so, and the official meeting will begin at 5:30. Thank you. All right, we're good. All right, welcome everyone to the Architectural Review Board meeting. We finished up our work session. The official meeting is now underway. Introduce Yolanda Wilkins and Jim Bailey with the city. We have Carol Dunkey and Tracy Collins, Chuck Yannicki, David Yates, and myself, Bob Buckman, all volunteer architects on the board. First item of business is review of meeting minutes from October 3rd. And I believe we were all present.
Make a motion to approve the October 3rd meeting minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting minutes are approved as submitted. Next, we have a couple of pre-approvals from our work session. So I'll ask for a motion. First one is 48 Sylvester Avenue.
I'll make a motion to approve 48 Sylvester Avenue as submitted,
Second.
Can we clarify that that's based on the revised drawings
No.
received this evening?
based on the revised drawings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? 48 Sylvester is approved as noted, and we have 47 Wilshire Terrace. May I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 47 Wilshire Terrace as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, 47 Wilshire Terrace is approved. At this point, if we call your project, we'd ask that you come up and introduce yourself at the microphone. If you're on Zoom, to raise your Zoom hand, and Yolanda will add you. First project is a public hearing, 231 South Gore.
I'm Michael Blaze, architect.
Welcome, Mike. I think there was a question, maybe.
Yeah, I think we all kind of lean towards option one.
Okay, with the gable that carries through.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I was curious what those little squares were on the gable end.
dovecoats.
There you go.
I guess I don't know what that is.
So originally they were meant to actually, for doves to fly into and live back when
Yeah,
they had more of a carrier pigeon type.
so it's just
But it's just a historical,
a wood protrusion that comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a protrusion or recess?
it's it's inset, but there's no nesting behind it. We're not
Right.
encouraging any
Yeah.
birds to
Right.
come into the building.
I'll have to look that up. Get educated. Yeah, looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have any other questions. It's a public hearing. Is there anyone else present that wants to make a comment? Hearing none. May I have a motion on 231 South Gore?
For this motion, should we clarify the option selected or?
Mike, I didn't know if you had any thoughts. Do you want us to vote on both or just?
Sure.
Well, I was,
think we're all okay with either of them.
yeah, I think both options were fine for me. I just want to make sure when we're doing the motion that, that everyone agrees with that.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think they're both fine. I prefer A, but B is fine too.
Okay. With that, may I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve 231 South Gore as submitted with either option 1 or 2 being acceptable.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, you're good to go. Thanks, Mike. All right, next we have 405 Yorkshire Place.
Good evening. My name is Matt Mayer. I'm with Mayer Design Group, representing Doctors Braddock and his wife.
Welcome, Matt. All right, there were some questions from board members.
I had a question about the
Tracy? Yeah.
family room. or let's see. Yeah, existing family room. It looks like the arched windows are gonna be taken out
Yeah,
on front and back. I was curious why that was the case, because they do provide some character.
yeah.
To the home.
Obviously kind of a Tudor style home. And, on review of existing conditions, that space that is now enclosed originally was like a porch, I think.
Yeah, screen
Yeah,
porch.
screen and porch. The dramatic radius and reviewing and studying other Tudor style homes was more of a element that's used for entries. And, losing the front two, obviously with the approved variance. And then the two side ones,
Yeah,
if you will, or the front, it's
yeah,
depending on which way you're looking. The one is gonna be the doctor's library. And, would like to have a library wall there where I did hear your comment that you'd like a window there because it is a blank wall. The opposite side where a porch would extend. And we just felt that the radius was not an element that was in kind with the Tudor style. So, the complete radius. Now, in our studies, we did find some elements where they were paired up with other windows and maybe a continuous arc to the head rather than a complete radius. And we discussed possibly doing that. But ultimately, the existing radius windows are failing. There's not a bunch of overhang and there's so much exposure that driving rain is now weeping into the home and
Yeah.
towels are at the sill of the windows and such.
Yeah.
So getting away from that was the decision.
Okay.
I understand your rationale. I do think it's a shame to lose them because when you have that arched entry, that provides a really nice rhythm to have those continued elsewhere on the house. So how old approximately do you think those arched windows are?
I don't know about the windows themselves.
Yeah,
I really don't.
yeah, I just,
But Dr. Braddock and they have lived there for a little over a year now. There's some elements you can see in the photos of the rear of the house that have kind of morphed it into, if you look at photograph sheet 3, photo view 12, the existing bump out and kind of it's just not in keeping with the other facades, I don't
yeah.
think.
I-
And that's what we're trying to bring back with some outdoor spaces and porches. And
I agree with you. That does look really out of character, especially on that rear elevation. Yeah.
I did hear I don't want to jump ahead. I did hear the comment about as the porch and the office and the garage are pushed out. The new roof structure will tie in. We're trying to keep that tight to below the windowsill and have some sort of like a metal pan, if you will, element. It wouldn't be from a bird's eye view, you could see it, but
I was
That's
just
street
wondering,
level.
because it looked from the face of the window out to the gutter, it looks like it's fairly long, so, I was wondering how you were planning to drain that flat area.
yeah, maybe like a membrane. There's you can kind of see it in, I guess it would be hard to determine, but the ARV7 elevation, it's not really dashed in, but it would be a membrane below the window and out towards the shingled portion.
Were you just planning on providing a slope to that membrane?
Yes.
In order to,
This for positive drainage,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that we felt that was such a dynamic element that we didn't want to overshadow it, if you will.
Yeah, I appreciate that you didn't interrupt that really nice existing window. And I can tell it was carefully crafted to avoid that. I just, was wondering about how it would slope and how it would look and what the drainage plans were.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment, I think the architecture that you've introduced for the porches, I think is nice and cohesive, so it kind of reinforces itself around the corner.
Thank you.
So that's, my only comment. I'm fine with the project as it is, so.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the board?
A beautiful house right on the corner there. I'm glad it was treated respectfully.
Thank you.
We don't always see that, so that's great.
It's been a long road, as you,
Yeah.
some of the information we've been through, but I know they're very excited as this moves along.
Sure. Great. All right, well, no other comments. May I have a motion on 405 Yorkshire Place?
I'll make a motion to approve 405 Yorkshire Place as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, you're approved as submitted. Have a good
Thank you
night.
so much. Have a good evening.
You too. Next, we have number 9, Webster Acres.
I'm Taylor Houston with Agape Construction, representing Mrs. Cook for her detached garage. It's just kind of a challenging site, so we ended up kind of having to half bury this garage, trying to navigate around some of the mature landscaping on the site and still get all of our drainage to work. That's the gist of the project.
Okay,
Can we just verify that your intent is for the siding configuration to match the house?
Yeah, all the colors and materials are going to match what's on the house.
all right.
Did you intend to have J molding around the windows for trim, or what were you? Gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other comments?
No comment from me.
There was I think, question about, did you guys consider adding any additional windows?
So the owner said she would be open to it, but she was also on the fence on if she was going to end up putting like planting beds up against that, like to grow produce, which would kind of cover the window area on that wall anyway.
Was that the west? That's the west side?
Yeah, she wasn't sure on it. Was like, I could garden, I could plant things up there. And since it is in the ground, that window would have to be
Oh.
fairly low.
Okay.
So we kind of said, let's leave it off and see what happens.
Right. All right.
Works for me.
Okay.
I think we're all fine with what you have. So with that, can I have a motion on number 9, Webster Acres?
I make a motion to approve 9 Webster Acres as submitted.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, you're approved. And with that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Yeah.